This video is about ways of approaching expressions and equations. So today we're going to be talking about simplifying, evaluating, and solving. Simplifying is something you can do to an expression. For example, if you're given the expression 6 minus 2 raised to the second power divided by 2, you can simplify this expression. And what that means is you go through and you do the operations in the order of operations, and you come out with the most simplified answer possible. In this case, you're going to come out with one integer. So 6 minus 2 is 4, so we end up with 4 raised to the second power. And I did 6 minus 2 first because it was inside of a grouping symbol. It's inside parentheses. Now I'm going to look. I don't have anything else to do inside parentheses, but I do have an exponent. So 4 to the exponent is 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. I have simplified this expression down to the number 8. Evaluating involves variables. So if I wanted to evaluate an equation or an expression, that equation or expression would need to have some sort of variable in it. Let's look at x squared plus x minus 12 divided by y squared. Now, there isn't anything I can do with this by itself. There's no simplification available here. But I can evaluate if I know two things. If I know that x equals 5 and y equals 2. X equals 5, y equals 2. Now I can replace x and y in this expression with what they're equal to. So 5 squared plus 5 minus 12 divided by 2 squared. Notice that when I plug in for a variable, I use these parentheses just to make it clear that there used to be a variable there, and now I'm replacing it with a number. And this is the first step to evaluating. Now, to finish evaluating, we have to actually go through and simplify what we have left. So 5 squared is 25 plus 5 minus 12 divided by 2 squared is 4. Now here I have addition and subtraction, but here I have division. And if we remember our PEMDAS, the division has to come first. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I have 25 plus 5 minus 3. 25 plus 5 is 30. Minus 3 is 27. So we have evaluated this expression for x equals 5, y equals 3. And that language is important. When we say we're evaluating an expression, we're always evaluating an expression for, and in this case, it's x equals 5, y equals 2. If we're solving, we're usually solving for an unknown. For example, it might be a word problem, or it might simply be an equation. 2x minus 3 equals 9. Okay, so here we have an equation, and you can only solve equations or word problems. You can't solve expressions. You can simplify them, you can evaluate them, but you can't solve. So we solve equations. And in this case, we would add 3 to both sides, have 2x equals 12, divide by 2, x equals 6. So we have solved this x in this equation. We've solved for x in this equation, and we found that x equals 6. So we simplify and evaluate expressions, we solve equations. And this is important language that we're going to use throughout the course, so it's good to get a firm grasp on when we say simplify, when we say evaluate, when we say solve, and what I'm asking you to do in each one of those instances.